Jeff and I had dated for around a year. The night he stabbed himself, we were drinking vodka, me and Jeff. I was with my daughter Caitlin and Charlie. Me and Katie got on the one twin bed by the door, her and I, and he came in, switched the light, and said he's going to stab himself. He stabbed himself in the chest, and we went to the door, Katie and I, and Jeff had the knife. He still had it lodged in his chest when he passed out at the door. So she called 911. My daughter said, "Oh my God, Mom, he's gonna die." They took Jeff away in an ambulance. I found out the next morning that he had passed. The day after Jeff stabbed himself, I was arrested for second-degree murder. So then I got all these different lawyers and stuff, and they said it's better with your age and everything that you might want to take a plea deal because it'll lessen your time, or because they could change their mind and put first-degree murder if they want to. Since this happened in 2008, this has affected my whole life and my girls.
What is it?
Because you never want nobody to die in your presence or anywhere. I want to clear my name so that my kids, they've been through hell for the last 5 years and taken away from me and stuff, and couldn't come see me, couldn't talk to me. I may be a lot of things, but I'm not a murderer, and I just want this cleared up for my kids and my grandkids.
Caitlin, that's your mother on the tape. How do you feel that people believe that your mother is a murderer?
It breaks my heart to see that she has to go through that, because, you know, I was the only other person there, and no one believes what I said either, you know.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 13.
13. And you saw everything?
Mm-hmm. I don't remember every detail. He had stabbed himself in the chest, and he had walked out of the room, and I had told my mom that, you know, he just stabbed himself, and she said, "I don't believe he really did it." And I was like, "Mom, no, I think he did."
You saw him do it. And you told the police, "I saw Jeff stab himself." Yes. When did you find out your mother was being arrested?
I don't remember ever finding out until, I guess, I heard a family member talking about it. I never knew when she got arrested, how long.
When you came home from school that day...
I didn't get to go home after school. They immediately took me from the school and picked my sister up from her friends and went to the police station until someone was able to come and get us, so we weren't able to go home.
So you didn't see your mom?
I didn't see her for like 2.5 years.
Wow. So it had to be tough, because now people are talking, saying your mother's a murderer.
It was terrible. Nobody, not even my family, didn't believe me, and just being at that age, and you know, my whole family was ripped away from us, and I had lost trust in everything, because, you know, if you can't trust in cops, or, you know, to do an investigation, or you can't trust anyone, and you can't trust your family. So I really just felt alone.
How important is it for you to pass this lie detector test today?
100%, because I want my grandbabies, I don't want them to grow up with their cousins they barely know and hear them say, "Your grandma was a murderer, your grandma stabbed this person, did that."
So it's important for you to clear your name with everybody.
For my daughters and my grandchildren, yeah.
It's been really hard to have to live with this, to have people that we care about think so negative of my mom and us as well, and it's not fair. And I don't want my kids to be affected by this either. So I hope that it does come back as my mom is innocent, but it's really going to affect me even worse if she does come back guilty, because I've kind of left this in the past, you know. I've tried to let it go, but it's not really possible.
All right, Eva, you came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did you stab Jeffrey with a steak knife? You answered no. Did you strike Jeffrey with the knife in his chest inside your apartment? You answered no. Did you have the knife in your hand when Jeffrey was stabbed? You answered no. Did you throw away evidence of the stabbing to Jeffrey to protect yourself? You answered no. Did you tell your daughter Katie to tell police that mommy did not stab Jeffrey? You answered no. The results came back all the same to those 5 questions, and it came back that Eva told the truth. I hope this helps you, because I think you deserve it. I hope that your family can go on and be together and have some peace, and that people back off and not point the finger at you. You know,
Yes.
I think you deserve that.
I got a call January 13th at 8:45, 9 o'clock in the morning, that my 21-year-old was shot in the head. At first, we didn't know what was going on. Once I finally got a hold of my she told me that Risha and Demanier were going back and forth, arguing on Facebook. Risha was making threats. So we automatically assumed she had something to do with the murder. When I called her and asked her about it, she was blatantly disrespectful, told me she didn't know what was going on with my daughter. When the police told us what was going on, the Facebook messages and everything that Risha was writing disappeared. She erased them all. Why was all her clothes stolen out of her house? Why was all her baby's things missing? And you're supposed to be her best friend. The police and I don't know exactly who shot my daughter, but Risha and Shay know. Her and my daughter would get along, fall out, have fights. Her and Risha fell out, and Risha had her brother shoot at my daughter then.
Everything she just said on that video was a lie. She going around telling people that I got something to do with this murder, with Demanier murder.
And you say you don't?
Not
You
at
didn't.
all. Not at all. I don't know what, she believes that I know something because I'm her best friend and I was with her every day. I've been going through stuff for 4 months, like 4 months. Like she been dragging my name all over Facebook, everywhere, and don't nobody love Demanier like I love her. Nobody was ever there for her but me. Like everything we did was together.
Where were you when Demanier was murdered?
I was at home.
You were at home, and how did you find out about her death?
A friend called me and they said Demanier dead.
So you're gonna sit here and lie?
Lie about what?
So
I'm
what's
finna
the
take this lie
relationship you have with my
detector
daughter?
test. You sitting out here, you throwing my name around. You throwing my name around
with my daughter? How is your relationship with my daughter better than what I had? Please help me understand that.
I had a way
Please help me understand that.
How? And that's why you said.
Risha and my daughter fell out several times. When Demanier was 9 months, they got into a fight. Risha's brother shot at her. It's a police report. I don't know why she's sitting there lying.
I was living with her before she even went to jail. My baby dad, he was coming and going back over there, like he was coming back and forth.
Which is Risha's brother?
Yes. And the incident about him shooting at her, I never heard about that, like, ever.
And he never said anything to you about it?
No, that he never shot at her, though. From, like, I never heard about him shooting at her. I know what happened, but it wasn't at her. Like, I know Demanier. She would have never let nobody that tried to harm her in her house.
Well, that'd be pretty crazy to let somebody shot at you.
You gonna be worried about going in the house and getting your clothes and leaving so you don't have to talk to the police? Like, it make you look hella guilty.
How? Because we didn't stay there?
Yeah, hell yeah.
How?
Because you didn't stay there and talk to the police. And you pepped your and got out the apartment. And you got out the apartment.
Watch out. Watch out.
So Risha came, and unfortunately, not everybody is testable. Polygraph is a medical test, and certain things can affect it. So I conducted what I've done before here, and what I do a lot in my polygraphs and my investigations is forensic credibility assessment tests in lieu of the polygraph exam. Both credibility assessment tests she passes, and she passes beautifully. In the FAINT, in the forensic assessment interview test, she needs a +7 to pass or a -7 to fail. She's a +30.
Because I love my best friend. I told you.
Shay also came and took a lie detector test. And we asked her, do you know for sure who shot Demanye? She answered no. Did you participate in any way in Demanye's murder? She answered no. She told the truth.
We gonna do this together now. We gotta get justice for her the right way. We can do this together now. We gotta get justice for Demanye.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's gonna watch this and say, you know what, she was brave enough to do that, I can do that too. Do you want to tell your story on the Steve Wilkos Show? Visit the link in the description to get my help.